Hello, just want to talk about a lie that is the LGBTQ campaign that is being driven with so much effort and so much finances to win and to corrupt our generation. One of the lie is that our sexual orientation or the evils that are being preached is what will give us identity as a person, is what will give identity and will allow our children to express themselves in their most fulfilled nature and truest to themselves. And that's why you see that someone will be proud to introduce themselves as a gay doctor or a gay teacher. That when the word gay is not there, then they feel they are limited and that their rights are being cut off. This is a lie from hell that does not even make sense. Reason being, we are spiritual beings who live in a physical body. Who we are, who I am, who you are, is the spiritual being that God created before the foundations of the earth. The spiritual being is the one that was created in the image and likeness of God. And then the spiritual being has been placed in the physical body that now we see and that we live with here on earth. And that is why somebody being not having legs or being blind does not mean that they will not have a full human experience, because we are not our body, we are our physical, we are our spiritual being, and our spirituality and our spiritual being is what gives us our identity, is what God gave purpose, is what God gave assignment, is where we experience joy, is where we feel pain, and it's where we feel fulfillment, not from our physical experiences. The physical experiences, however, are also very important, and it's how we operate while here on earth. Therefore, first saying that our identity is based on our spiritual being, not on our physical. But even though we would seek to ignore the spiritual being of it and just focus on the physical aspect, the physical aspect also has a lot of experiences that we have as human beings. And prime about the physical experience is that we need to eat. Like the main physical need of our body is to eat. Also, coming before the sexual experience is also the need for rest. If you don't eat, you will die. If you're not resting, you will die. You will not die if you're not having a sexual experience. Therefore, even though you are to be defined by our physical experiences, that the need for food would be prime than the need for sexual orientation. Therefore, it would actually make sense if you have people who eat meat or who don't eat meat asking for their rights to be defended by the Constitution. We cannot have a need that is secondary defining who you are. And even though the sexual experience is secondary, the LGBTQ needs, quote unquote, and expressions are actually a lie. It's unnatural, it does not work, and that's why, as we are told, one, even though you confirm to be gay, one of you has to be a man and then the other one has to be a woman. One will have to transform, because it's unnatural to have that kind of expression. And this lie has been sold to our children because our children do not know better. They have not been taught who they are in God and who God created them to be. So if you have a friend or a child who is struggling with this identity because they have been fed information and they have been fed these lies, and they have gone into exploring what these aspects of their physical being could mean, the way to help such a person is to teach them the truth of who they are, because so much can be done in revealing lies, but the only way to counter the counterfeit is when we know the real deal. And the real deal, the real information, the truth of who we are as a person can only be known by the one who created us. And the one who created us is God, and he created us in the image and likeness of God. Anything else we try to feel will fail. Only God can define who we are. It's only in God that we can be complete. We have seen there is so much evil that is happening. There's so much diseases that is going on, and that's because we are misusing even the sexual experience. Just like food, if you eat poorly, if you're eating, we have cancers and so many other diseases that are coming up because of our eating habits. We have also seen a report saying that the rates of STIs are going up by and escalating 60% among the gay community, because it's an abuse of a physical experience that we have been given. And anytime you abuse anything that was even meant for good, you will have repercussion. So for our young children, know who you are and learn the correct version of who you are. Your identity is only in Christ. That is the only thing that will not change. The body will die. The body will die, but your spiritual experience and your identity that God has given you is what will live even after the physical body has gone. So do not be defined by such a minor experience. Your sexual experience is not who you are. Doing it wrong is even worse. So choose. And if you need help, let me just say, if you need help, I can connect you to people who can help you just know the truth of who you are and stop living the lie, because God's will for you is to be fully the person that he created you to be. John 10:10 says that the devil comes to steal, kill, and to destroy. LGBTQ is a plan of the devil to destroy our young children and to destroy our generation. But the good thing says that, but Christ has come so that we can have life and have life more abundantly. So to have life, get Christ. Shalom.